What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit that like button and hit the subscribe button. So look, ain't no way around it, man. Whenever you get on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Threads, whatever, the talk of the town is the movie centers, right? Whether you love the movie, whether you hate the movie, whether you're in between, it is the talk of the town. And a big reason why it's so popular is because of how the messages in the movie resonate with black folks for real, right? And then just again the cinematography, the story, the love story that was shown on camera between Annie and Smoke, and all of the different, the messages about cultural appropriation, assimilation, systemic racism, so on and so forth, and black people truly finding freedom within all of this. Like, it's so many different messages, right? But I really want to address one of those conversations that's coming from the movie. I'm seeing a lot of criticisms. Not a lot. Let me stop over exaggerating. I'm not seeing a lot at all. I'm seeing some criticisms of the relationship dynamic between Wunmi Masaku's character of Annie and Michael B. Jordan's character of Smoke, right? And then I'm seeing criticisms of the character of Annie in particular, right? Now, you all are free to tell me if you disagree with me, if you agree with me. We can have conversations about it in the comment section. I'm not one of them dudes that's gonna get mad if you disagree. We can have a conversation about it. And if your comment ever gets deleted, I promise y'all that's not me. YouTube will be probably deleting your comment for whatever reason. I don't delete comments. I really don't. Unless you're being like extremely vile and heinous and despicable, and I won't delete the comment. I'll just get you off the channel. But other than that, I don't delete comments for disagreeing with me or nothing like that. But anyway, one criticism I'm seeing of the character Annie, played by Wunmi Masaku, is that she was a stereotypical mammy. She still was a mammy. And I didn't get that at all from this film. Yes, she was a dark-skinned woman. She was a full-figured woman, a thicker woman. But just because she was a dark-skinned, thicker woman and she was caring and nurturing does not make her a mammy. I think people look at dark-skinned women in movies, especially with natural hair and thicker, full-figured women in particular, and if they loving and nurturing, oh, she's just a mammy, a mammy. Let's be for real, y'all. Just think about black women y'all grew up around. I grew up on the south side of Chicago, Illinois. I'm in Chicago right now. You feel me? I went to college at Mississippi Valley State University, ironically in the Mississippi Delta. You feel me? My son's mother is from Clarksdale, Mississippi. You feel me? Some of my closest friends are from the Delta, Midnight, Mississippi, Belzoni, Mississippi, all of the above. I'm just throwing that in there, right? But anyway, back to what I was saying. Growing up on the south side of Chicago, Illinois, the women I grew up around were all nurturing, for the most part. Now, I'm not saying all black women are nurturing, but the women I grew up around, my mom, my sister, my older sister, for real, both of my sisters, for real, both of my older sisters, but yeah, they were nurturing. My grandmothers, my aunties, my older cousins, female cousins, who else? My great aunts, they were all nurturing women for real. And so I can say, for the most part, the nature of a lot of black women is to be nurturing and caring, And again, I grew up on the south side of Chicago, in the area, again, on the south side of Chicago, black folks grew up amongst black people. We live amongst black folks in Chicago. On the south side of Chicago, this is a city that's very segregated. Black folks grew up around other black people. And we see how other black folks are raised and how they grow up with each other. And I saw a lot of black women in the communities that I come from, all being nurturing, loving, caring. So I'm like, is it far-fetched for this black woman to be nurturing and caring, and it has to be a stereotype, or she's just a mammy because she's nurturing and caring? Like, I disagree with that premise. Y'all can tell me if you agree or you disagree, or if you feel like I'm wrong, you're free to tell me why you think I'm wrong, right? Then I see people saying things like, well, she was still in a role of a caretaker or so on and so forth. And I'm like, well, she's a hoodoo practitioner, right? So a part of her job it's almost like to be caring and to be a healer for the community, because she is a hoodoo practitioner. You know, so I didn't think that was far-fetched for her to have that type of personality trait. Then I hear people saying stuff like, well, look, they got her cooking and she out there, she frying fish at the place and she got to be in the role of a cook and all of that. And I'm like, y'all, this movie's from the 1930s in general. How many of y'all grandmamas, my grandma was born in 1933. She passed away now. God rest her soul. My grandma was a cook. And she was from the Mississippi Delta, Cleveland, Mississippi, right? How many people, y'all, how many black women, y'all grandmamas wasn't great cooks and stuff? Black women was cooking, man. So it's not like far-fetched for her to be doing the cooking. Like, you know what I mean? Well, I don't know if y'all would you rather have Haley Steinfeld's character of Mary? Would you rather have her in the kitchen cooking? Because some of y'all gonna say, what she know about seasoning? She an octoroon. That was gonna be y'all criticisms from that standpoint, probably, if you had Haley Steinfeld in the kitchen cooking, you know what I mean, or whatever. But in that era, man, black women could cook, man. So it's like, oh, why she gotta be the cook? I don't know. Maybe y'all wanted somebody else, another black woman, to be the cook. I don't know. If Pearline was cooking, would it be a problem then? It probably still would be a problem. I don't know. But I'm like, yo, is it far-fetched to think like the black women that we grew up around and that raised us and our grandmamas and great grandmamas, a lot of them know how to cook very well. So it's like, I don't get how she's a mammy because of that. Like, she's nurturing, caring, a lot of the common characteristics of black women that we grew up around and grew up with, right? So then I'm hearing other things too. First, let me just say this, because I've seen men have a problem, certain men in particular, I mean, certain type of men. And you know who I'm talking about, certain type of men I'm talking about. Even y'all boy Stevie Knight, he couldn't wait to call Wumi Masaku fat, the fat black girl. He couldn't wait to say that about her. He couldn't wait to call her a fat black girl. He couldn't wait to say that. That was his shit. He had to get that off. You feel me? But it's not even just him, it's other people. Why does the in-shape black man like Michael B. Jordan, why he got to get the scraps? Why he got to get the fat black girl? Why he can't have an in-shape black girl like Pearline? Why? What type of message does that send that we got to settle for the fat black girl? Like, let's be for real, dog. In everyday life, again, growing up in the hoods of the south side of Chicago, I saw men as skinny as a beanpole dating bigger, full-figured women on a regular basis here. I'm talking about, I saw men as skinny as a twig dating full-figured women on a regular basis here. That's not uncommon, y'all. It's uncommon to show on the screen in Hollywood, but it's not uncommon for in-shape men or men as skinny as a twig to like and date full-figure women. It's not. Hell, some of us saw it with our own grandparents. You feel me? Just think about it, man. Like I think about my grandmother. My grandmother was never no real big woman at all. But she was nowhere near skinny ever. You feel me? My grandfather, he died before I was even born. My paternal grandfather, he was a carpenter. You know, and when I look at pictures of him, big 6'4" dude, sturdy dude, because he was a carpenter. So he was always out there, you know, in hot weather, building and fixing things and so on and so forth, all of that, right? And so my grandmother, hey, she was a very educated woman and all that, but she was at the house feeding the kids, cooking for the kids, all of the above. You know what I'm saying? So like, and even, I don't even know why I threw that in there, right? But anyway, let's not act like there has never been instances where there have been black men who are in shape who like full-figured women. You know what I mean? And the fact that some of y'all are so disgusted at that representation in film, it worries me, because why the fuck is this making y'all so mad? Why the fuck are you so upset about this? Why? If you want to see, oh, I want to see him with an in-shape woman so bad, Michael B. Jordan got movies with a smaller girls like a mug. You can watch the Creed movies. You hear me? You can watch goddamn No Remorse, Lauren London. You can watch, he got movies with smaller women if that upsets you so much that you can't have this representation this one time. You that mad. This representation upsets you that much, you just ready, you pissed off. Like, come on, bro. Knock it off. He gotta be with the fat girl. Man, cut it out, dog. For real. You know, and Wumi not even know, oh, she fat girl. Wumi Masaku finer than frog hair. She finer than a ticket on the dashboard. I've been looking at that woman during these damn press runs. Oh my God. She is a beautiful woman all the way around. And honestly, that's the best chemistry I've ever seen Michael B. Jordan have with any woman on screen. Better than the chemistry he had with Tessa Thompson and Creed. Mike, what's the Lauren London character and No Remorse, all that. This is the most, even with the chemistry that he had with the girl on Fruitvale Station when he was portraying Oscar Grant. This is the best chemistry he's ever had on screen with any woman. Better than Haley Steinfeld's character in the movie. Him and Wumi Masaku felt like they really go together. Like that was really his woman. Like they really was dating or something. The chemistry, it felt natural and genuine without being like super extra. I mean, and again, it was sensual, it was erotic, but it wasn't over the top, like outlandishly, like, oh, this is just too much, or this is just too raunchy. It was sensual, it was erotic and all of that, but it was still beautifully displayed on screen. You know what I mean? And some of y'all dudes, you mad because you want Michael B. Jordan to be with a girl you would lay down with. Nigga, stop worried about what the fuck he got going. Like, you worry about what he getting in the movie rather what you getting in real life. Like, how the hell does Michael B. Jordan having a romance with a full-figure woman on screen, how the hell does that mess with your dating life? How does that affect you in your personal life? You gonna have insecurities about yourself because, oh my God, because Michael B. Jordan with a bigger girl, I can't. Man, if that ain't what you like, date what you like. But how the fuck do that disrupt what you got going on in your personal life that you see this representation on screen? Which I thought was dope to see, because we never see bigger women, like full size women. And Wumi is like, and like my homegirl T. Dominique said it, she's busty more than anything, right? Like Jill Scott, and you know how I feel about Jill Scott. Jill Scott is radiant. And Wumi Masaku is too. Radiant black women. They just be glowing, skin just glistening. You hear me? I would just want to lay my head on them and it just be like, y'all know you smell good, baby. I know you gonna, listen, I know you the woman I need. You feel me? They both are beautiful, beautiful women, right? But like, I'm just for real, like, what does this upset you for? You feel, I didn't lost the track what the hell I was saying in that damn, because I went off and talking about them, but like, yeah, like, oh, I don't want him I want him with the smaller girl. Like, boy, like, what the hell, dog? Like, this really is upsetting you this way? For real? Why does he have to be with her? And, man, worry about who the hell you laying up with. God damn it. Like, it'd be a lot of the stepping fetches. The stepping fetches, they be mad about it. Then the horseshoe raccoons, they be mad about the imagery of them on screen together. You know what I'm saying? And then it was just like, you know, I'm thinking about the whole mammy stereotype that some people want to put on Wumi Masaku's character. Oh, she was still a mammy. And I know what it was. I think it was because people feel like people are trying to reach for things to be mad about, I think, with their love, because they feel like Michael B. Jordan would never be with a woman that looks like this on screen, so on and so forth and all of that. But the problem with that is y'all give Chris Brown all these passes for all this shit. And y'all know Chris would never even. And Chris has had, I don't have a problem with it, even if you feel like Michael B. Jordan would never be with these women, because I ain't never heard Michael B. Jordan talk down on black women or be a colorist or none of these sort. You heard Chris Brown I don't know if I heard him engage in colorist behavior or not, or, you know, antics, but I think people have said it. But Chris Brown be getting y'all undervalued support all the time, and you tripping about Michael B. Jordan. Like, you know what I mean? But anyway, like, I just saw people really, oh, she's a mammy, and I'm like, it's for real, dog? Like, I don't know. My bad, y'all. Like, yeah, even the imagery, people like, oh, she's a mammy. Mammies, most of the time when we see them on screen, they are asexual. They are asexual. They don't even have sexual relationships a lot of time on screen. So this woman was nowhere near a mammy. She was a love interest. She was not a woman he hid and he was secretly with behind closed doors. She wasn't no side piece. She wasn't some little plaything for him. None of that, man. And I like that being displayed. You feel me? And even when I got off track earlier because I lost what I was trying to say. We never see full figure women be the love interest of the main guy in the movie. They have a love interest in movies, but it's always like the B character or whatever, the B or C character. The main guy is never romantically involved with a full figure woman like that in the movies, unless it's Queen Latifah. It's in black movies at least. Unless it's Queen Latifah. That's it. And Queen a little shades lighter. She's some shades lighter than Wumi Masako, right? But it was beautiful for this to be shown. And in the movie, man, the love dynamic was real, man. The fact that he didn't even believe in hoodoo, but he still wore the juju on his neck out of respect and love for his woman. He didn't even believe in that. And the hoodoos kept him safe throughout the war, all of the shootouts and trouble he had been in all his life. It kept him safe. It kept him safe from his brother biting him. All of that, man, is for real. The moment he took off the juju off his neck is the moment that a bullet pierced his skin when he was in the shootout with the KKK, right? And at that point, he was intentionally trying to die because he wanted to be with his woman and his son and his baby. And it was a girl or a boy? His woman and his baby in the afterlife. And we actually got that scene, which was just so beautiful, man. Beautiful, man. But the love dynamic was beautiful between them, and the fact that they listened to each other. Again, he didn't believe in hoodoo and witchcraft, none of that. But when Annie was talking about how to handle the situation with the vampires, he listened. You feel me? And Annie was the one she saved all of them with the knowledge and information that she had. You know what I mean? Even he listened to her when he told her to stop taking his sharecropper money. And Annie and his brother, Stack, was like, no, man. This all these people, this all our people got, man. This is a place that's supposed to be for them. How we gonna make them feel ostracized in a place that's supposed to be for them? This all they got. We gotta take what they got. Stack like, no, that ain't no real money, yada, yada, yada. He heard her and his brother out. You know what I mean? They were listening to each other. Now, granted, I know he had been gone away for a long time, so I'm not saying the love was perfect. He had been gone for a while. They had lost a baby, all of that, you know what I mean? But the chemistry and bond they had on screen was just strong, man. The fact that they listened to each other, they worked well together, all of the above. And again, she a mammy because she was the one that was teaching people what to do. She was a hoodoo practitioner, y'all. Come on, man. Brother's mad. Why in-shape brother got to be with the big girl? And listen, we see these real representations in real life. Terrence Crawford is one of the most in-shape brothers in the world. He is the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world in many people's eyes. 2-time undisputed champion in boxing, right? Terrence Crawford's woman and the mother of his 6 kids. Terrence got 6 kids with her. All his kids are with her. She's a full-figure woman. She's not no little itty-bitty girl at all. And that's his boo. That's his boo thing. And we see representations of that type of love in the hood all the time. Knock it off.